Welcome back. Right now we have Chris Campbell in the studio with Dusty Griffin and Kyle King. Chris, take it away.
All right, thanks, Matt. I'm now joined by the Baker baseball members Kyle King and Dusty Griffin. Guys, you came in today after a game down in Parkville. How'd that go for you?
It went well. We came out and got the first game 8-5 in extra innings, and we ended up canceling the second game because of rain.
Okay. All right. Well, that puts you guys at what now overall?
11-6 and 4-2 in conference.
4-2 in conference. And that being Coach Hannon's best start so far since he's been here, since probably you guys have been here. Kyle, tell me a little bit about that. How has that changed from last year?
It all has to do with the fall. Our fall this year was a lot better. We worked better as a team. The kids on the field this year showed a lot more character and a lot more heart, desire to play ball, and team chemistry altogether was just phenomenal this fall. And I think it's what's putting us forward into a winning record this season so far.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about, you talked about the team and the team chemistry. Tell me a little about the young guys that are coming in now that they're taking some older guys' places.
Danny Cast, our center fielder, he's got phenomenal speed. Today, actually, he stole home with 2 strikes on Jared White, and that's unbelievable to me. I've never seen someone do that in college baseball. And Nick Peterson, our shortstop, he was actually on JV this fall, and he has worked really hard to get back up to varsity and has shown a lot of heart and character, and he's doing a phenomenal job for us year so far.
Okay. Dusty, we talk about the younger guys. I ask you because your older brother played with you last year. How is it different now that these older guys have left and the young guys have stepped up? What has been the big change since last year?
I definitely say we're kind of reaping from their benefits. They instilled great habits, work ethics in us, and we're just kind of carrying what they showed us last year on the field. And we didn't have a winning record last year at this point in the year, and definitely this year we do, and we're just going to keep heading forward and hopefully have a more successful season.
Okay. Getting a little personal with you guys. You've been hitting what, around 350? Slugging percentage 450. What have you changed anything? What have you kept the same in your hitting style? That kind of stuff. What have you done here?
Actually, my approach has just been kind of taking it easy up there. Not as much pressure this year. We got guys up and down the lineup. We got a very potent lineup, and I know if I don't get the job done, the guy in front of me or behind me definitely will. So it's been kind of a relaxing. We got a relaxing, potent lineup.
Kyle, you've also made a move this year. You went from center field to right field, and how has that changed a bit in your style of play, your defensive style of play?
Really hasn't changed at all much, Chris. Outfield is outfield. You have to roam to get the ball and all that stuff. I just always play hard-nosed baseball, and ever since I've been 10 years old, I've learned to play hard-nosed baseball, and I love outfield, and that's what I like to do. So it really wasn't that big of a change to me.
Okay. Well, also speaking of change, Dusty, you had to make another big change after your brother left. You had to move over to shortstop. What has that done for you and for the infield so far this season?
It's been a little bit of a struggle to begin with. I can't really compare myself to my brother because he was really good last year, and I've kind of struggled at the beginning, but I'm working hard at it. It's a lot more different over at shortstop, a lot more area to cover, but I'm working at it, and thank goodness we have Nick Peterson on the other side of the field playing a good second base so far. So. Okay.
All right. Tell me some other things about this season. What are some things that your guys' goals, what you're really pushing for, maybe overall in the conference, maybe nationally, that kind of thing?
Right now, last year we finished. We were going into the last weekend. We had a chance to finish first or second in the conference, and we ended up blowing that chance at Graceland. So this year, definitely finishing the first or second place so we can move on to playoff ball. That's our number one goal.
Okay. Recently, you guys played some conference games over spring break. You played Missouri Valley and Lindenwood. Tell me, Kyle, a little about the Missouri Valley game and what went on there, on the Missouri Valley games.
It's hard to say. It seems like so long ago to me because I've played so many baseball games. But we had a pretty good pitching performance. It's all around solid defense and solid offense throughout the games, and it's just what led us to the win. So it's basically about it.
Okay, and you guys went 1-1 against Missouri Valley.
Correct.
Okay. And you also went 1-1 against Lindenwood. Dusty, tell me a little bit about that game this past weekend.
It was pretty tough. We played in some pretty inclement weather. We got down there and it was snowing. We drove 5 hours the night before. Got there on a Friday night, got some good rest, and woke up, ready to play some ball. And we get to the field, and it's snowing on us. And Lindenwood's a great team. We knew we had to come out there and play good baseball, and we came out there. Weren't too sharp the first game, and ended up not looking too sharp the first 3 innings of the second game, but somehow good teams find ways to win, and we came out and got game 2.
Okay. What speaking of those keys that help you win, Kyle, tell me a little bit about what defensive keys you're going to need to really push you guys this year.
No errors. That's basically about it.
Simply no errors.
No errors.
Okay. And Dusty, why don't you give me a little elaboration on maybe what the offense has to do this year to win games?
We definitely have to execute and do all the small things right. When coach puts on a hit and run, we need to execute that. When he puts on a bunt, steal, anything, any of the small aspects of the game, we have to do that every game to be successful. And so far, we've done that.
Okay. It seems like you guys have some good goals in mind for the season, and hopefully we keep this record going. Speaking of that, we got some upcoming games. What are we looking at here coming up this next week?
We've got Central Methodist this weekend.
Central Methodist this weekend.
This Saturday at 1 o'clock, and I think we got Culver Stockton Cup next weekend and Graceland next weekend.
Okay. We'll hope to see some fans out at those games now that we're moving into the season, that kind of thing. Appreciate you guys coming by. Really good to see you guys. Hopefully your season presses on this year and you guys end up, winning out the conference and hopefully moving on. But thanks for coming by.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Back to you, Matt.
Thanks for watching our show this week. Tune in next week as we'll look at Baker track, tennis, golf, and the pitching staff of the baseball team. I'm Matt Quant for Wildcat Chat.